Hello, my name is Alfonso Bucero. I have been managing projects all my life, and 25 years ago I almost quit. I was leading what was supposed to be a strategic transformation project. I had done everything right. The business case was approved, the sponsor was assigned, the roadmap was clear, the team was talented, and yet, 3 months in, we were paralyzed. Everything stopped. Decisions delayed. Resources reassigned without explanation. Stakeholders suddenly too busy. I remember driving home one evening, so frustrated, exhausted, questioning myself. And I said out loud, if only I had more authority, this project would move. That sentence stayed with me because, he was wrong, completely wrong. What we were missing was not authority. We were missing influence. The seduction of authority. How to seduct authority? Authority is seductive. A title, a bigger role, a stronger mandate. Authority feels like control. But here is what I learned over 40 years managing projects. Authority can force actions. It cannot inspire ownership. Authority can demand compliance, but it cannot generate belief. And a strategy is not delivered by compliance, it is delivered by people who believe. Some years later, when writing my influential project manager book, I realized that something uncomfortable. Project managers are expected to transform organizations without positional power. That is not a weakness, it is reality. Real progress inside organization does not travel down organizational charts. It travels across relationships. And that is influence, in my humble opinion. I found a silent sponsor. Let me tell you about a sponsor I will never forget. He was a brilliant executive, visionary thinker, respected by everyone. He approved everything. He supported the business case. He spoke positively in meetings, but when resistance appeared, he went mute. He went silent. When departments pushed back, he avoided confrontation. When priorities conflicted, he said, let's discuss later. His silence was interpreted as a doubt. Doubt became hesitation. Hesitation became resistance. The project didn't explode. It slowly suffocated. While writing my sponsorship book with Randall England, we saw this pattern repeatedly. Projects rarely die dramatically. They fade when influence disappears. My turning point. Back to that first project. I had two choices. Keep demanding authority or change myself. So I tried something different. I stopped escalating every obstacle. I started building one on one conversations. I stopped presenting a lot of slide reports. I started presenting one clear decision and stopped blaming executives. I started asking, what pressure are you under that I don't see? Everything shifted. Not immediately, but steadily. Influence grew, and the project began moving again. But not because the hierarchy changed, just because trust changed. Three lessons that changed my career are as follows. Number one, influence. Influence is built before you need it. If your first deep conversation with an executive happens during a crisis, you are late. I believe influence is relational equity. It accumulates slowly and pays off in decisive moments. Number two, empathy. I believe empathy is strategic. Executives are not obstacles. They operate under invisible pressures, board scrutiny, market volatility, reputation risk. internal politics. When you understand the reality, your message changes. And when your message changes, the response changes. So, number three, clarity is respect. One day, after a long executive presentation, the CEO asked me, "What decision do you need from us?" I realized that I had hidden the decision under layers of analysis. I believe influence requires courage, and the courage needs to be clear. Complexity protects us, but clarity exposes us. Clarity moves organizations. So, why this matters more than ever? I believe today everything is a project. Digital transformation, artificial intelligence adoptions, cultural reinvention, sustainability transition, projects disrupt comfort. They cross silos. They challenge power. They force change. Authority alone cannot carry that weight. Influence can. Because influence aligns hearts before it aligns structures. The CEO reflection should be like as follows. If you are a CEO, here is a provocative question. Number one, do people in your organization wait for authority or do they step forward with influence? Do they project do they protect territory or build alignment? Do they feel safe challenging you or do they remain silent? I believe influence is not an individual skill. It is a cultural permission. And culture, starts at the top of organizations. So the line that matters. Let me return to that moment in my career 25 years ago. I need more authority. Today, I smile when I remember that because what I really needed was courage. The courage to build trust, the courage to simplify, the courage to understand before being understood, the courage to influence without power. Authority can start a project, influence sustains it. Authority can announce a strategy, influence makes a strategy real. And in the end, organizations do not transform because someone has authority. They transform because someone builds trust. And trust, is the only power that remains when the title disappears. Thank you very much. Today is a great day, and tomorrow will be much better. Bye now.